2025, the year in which I experiment with achieving more by focusing on less, which goes against everything my super creative kind of squirrel brain wants to do. You know, the movie Up, where the dog named Doug sees a squirrel and he's like, "Squirrel?" I can be the same way with ideas, which is both wonderful and terrible because if you get too scattered, then it's hard to accomplish anything. So, this year, my big project is the Birthstones project, and also when looking for profitability in my business, I've noticed two places where I have the most positive impact on the people who work with me and also on my bottom line, and that is with classes and customs. I still have a few legal things I have to figure out so that I protect myself, and I think it's really smart to go about your business in a proper legal way. So with that, I also got a sales tax license. So if you live in the state of Florida and you buy any jewelry from me, I gotta collect tax. And also, I know there are different tax nexuses for different states. So right now I'm small enough so I don't have to worry about that because I don't have volume enough of orders. But it's something to really pay attention to, I feel like, and also have noticed that a lot of creatives just are like, "Oh, let me make all the cool things," which is fantastic because that is what we were meant to do. However, when you don't pay attention to the business side of things, then you can end up getting screwed over, or just things don't go well because you're not doing things properly and in order. And I've always been kind of really scared about that and extremely cautious, like so cautious I'd tell myself no. So right now I am just figuring things out as I go along, and I'm really excited to see how the project of achieving more by doing less goes. And I'm not going to spend all my time working. I also have a day job, which is exactly what I prayed for. It doesn't take up all week, but it's kind of like full-time-ish hours, which is amazing. And so I am juggling the day job and then the business, and then I am a wife and a daughter, so I have to keep on top of my parents and of course be a good wife, take care of my husband. So like all that stuff is super important, and it's good to have balance in your life. So I'm not just working and all the other stuff, I also have other projects. So Spanish, sewing, and singing, these are three things that are very important to me and have been for like most of my life. And so I want to become conversationally fluent in Spanish, and at my day job is fortunately one of those jobs where I can study Spanish when there's downtime. And I am super grateful to be at a job where I can do that because most of my jobs have been in retail and I just could not do that. Secondly, sewing. I want to design more clothes and alter more clothes. I've been sewing since I was like 3, so it's definitely a huge part of my life, but there have been seasons where I've just like not done it because it takes a lot of time, and I've been really shy, and there are certain things that have really scared me about it, mostly because of lack of confidence and being really poor. I had a scarcity mentality around fabric, and I got older and realized that there's always more clothes and more fabric. You can get it really cheap at the thrift, or people will give you stuff, so you can find it by the side of the road, someone's throwing away something that's actually good. So anyway, so no more scarcity mentality around sewing. So I have a few lofty sewing goals I want to achieve this year. We'll see how well I do. And then singing. So I've been singing since I was a kid. I was formally trained when I was in church choir when I was a kid. The lady who taught the choir and directed it, she taught all of us how to sing properly from our diaphragms. So, and I've also had a lot of fear around really practicing sewing. I'm not singing. But this year I am going to achieve 2 goals, and one of them is madrigal medieval singing. I have one of those high fluty soprano voices, and I can hit the high notes, and I am very grateful that I was given that type of voice. And then I also want to learn how to sing in half tones, so I can sing in Hebrew or Arabic or even medieval songs, because there are a lot of Middle Eastern influences in medieval music, just because globalism is nothing new. Anywho, so that is where I'm going for 2025, and I do want to be on YouTube more. I am on Instagram the most and just be better with my online presence. I know, once again, as a creative, I find in my observations and talking to fellow creative people that it is really hard to put yourself out there online, and there's this disconnect between who I am in real life and how I portray that online. And yes, so this year is all about going past thresholds in my life, both professionally and personally. And I'm really excited to see what will happen. It's been a slow start because I was really sick in December, and then I had to catch up on admin, boring, non fun stuff for most of January. But, or rather, because I'm trying not to use too many diminishing words. And I'm really excited. So, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you for listening to me ramble for 6 minutes about what I want to do in my life. Please, if you are inspired to do something awesome and achieve your goals, find ways to do it and surround yourself with people who build you up and don't tear you down. It is super, super important, the people you surround yourself with. And yeah, so stay awesome and creative. Bye, guys. Talk to you later.